Hey, what is up guys, it's the Dino Gamer back in the video. Today, we are going to be talking about the very unfortunate news in regards to Durango Wildlands, which if you don't know is an MMO dinosaur survival game where you get to explore an open world environment dominated by prehistoric life. It's basically a third-person Ark Survival Evolved, but the only platform you can really find it on is mobile. But despite the fact that it's a mobile game, it has a very large fan base with an even larger amount of total downloads. Some sites I have visited while making this video say that Durango's exceeded massive numbers in downloads, one even saying it's exceeded over 12 million global downloads. I mean, it was so popular when the game was first released, the servers became so overloaded with players, the game crashed, leading to several maintenance periods that would take hours but would be extended to days as more and more players would join. And mind you, that was only when it was released in the East, so on top of having to deal with the amount of crashing and overloaded servers just from their Eastern players, the developers also had to find a way to make the game playable globally, which is why it took so long for them to release the game worldwide. So with all of this attention it's gotten and the popularity it's gained, the question now is, why is what studio shutting their game down? Well, according to a Game Press article on this topic, the game didn't do as well financially as the developers had hoped for, even with the huge amount of downloads and mostly positive reviews for the game. Despite the download numbers though, even gaining about 340,000 downloads from around mid-September to mid-October alone, it had only taken home around $130,000. Seeing the state they were in, the development team decided to call it quits and to just shut the game down, which is set to shut down on December 18th of this year. Some say the developers brought it onto themselves as it was a mistake to release a game like this for free. But I'm assuming if they released this game for free, they probably thought they could make the majority of their money through in-app purchases, which apparently didn't work out so well as people didn't really buy from the in-game market. I guess people just didn't feel the need to do so, but this is more of just me kind of speculating, since that's what I've been kind of seeing people say while doing the research for this video. This may not be 100% the case, but it may be a factor as to why Durango is shutting down. I don't really know, but if you do, let me know in the comments down below. I've also heard from people that the way the developers went about all the beta testing and the initial release of the game kind of ruined things for players, as they waited a really long time for this game to finally come out, only to be greeted with constant errors and maintenance work, and overall not giving the players the same kind of excitement and enthusiasm that they had when they were testing the game for the very first time. I guess it's somewhat understandable why the players would feel it's the developers' fault for the termination of the game, but at the same time I can't really help but feel bad for the developers. I mean, Durango's history has always been a bit complicated, as before its initial release on January 25th, 2018, it spent 6 years in development. 6 years! And after all that time building up anticipation for all of those who were excited about it, it finally had its official release, albeit a very messy launch, but eventually catching itself before hitting the ground, only for it to take yet another fall and slamming the ground so hard, it is now going to die. Okay, I will admit that was a pretty morbid and possibly unnecessary analogy, but one that is true sadly. The game developers even released a post on their official Facebook page that was very abrupt and out of nowhere, telling the players that they would be shutting their doors on this game and thanking them for their time playing and enjoying Durango. It doesn't go into too much detail as to why they're shutting their game down, but they do announce a couple of updates and events that will go on before it officially shuts down, making it so that this game could at least go out with a bang. And at the time they released this post, they said that they were working on a finale for the main storyline that will eventually connect to the beginning of the game. So if that hasn't already been released, that's something for you Durango players to look forward to. In that same Facebook post, the developers also mentioned they would try to find a way so that they can save all private islands so that players can go back and at least see their islands and show it to other people even after the game is shut down. How they're planning on doing that, I don't really know, but I think it's cool that the developers are doing their best so that their game can at least have a memorable ending and still have their players' private islands accessible. It seems that they also want the lore and the story to continue, as they mentioned that at the end of their post. I have to be honest, I'm sad to see it go. I was going to do a series of it on my channel, but at the time I had no proper way of recording it with good quality in both audio and resolution. So I decided to wait until I could find a way to improve my recordings or at least get a better device to play this game on sometime in the future. Sadly, it looks like I waited too long because now that I have everything I need, the game is going to shut down. But I mean, at least I got a chance to play it that one time and experience the game briefly. But I mean, I'd rather have that than not be able to play it at all. So, you know, there's that. And it sucks because there are a lot of people out there that have played the game since its release and have built up and progressed through it through this entire time. And yes, while they are planning on saving the private islands, doing anything in this game kind of seems pointless now, seeing how it is gonna just be ending soon. But, I mean, again, at least they had these events and continuations on the storyline for people that are invested into this game to look forward to. So I guess we just need to see the silver lining of all of this and enjoy it while we still can. So even though Durango is coming to an end, the fan base will surely continue its legacy as they remember it for the adventurous dinosaur game that it was. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Diego here. I don't know why I reintroduced myself even though I already did an intro for the beginning of this video, but if you made it this far into the video, then thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it, and if you managed to enjoy this video, even though we did talk about a kind of sad topic, then, you know, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below how you guys feel about, you know, Durango shutting down and what you hope for the future, because there are people already asking what studios, if they can make another dinosaur game, maybe something different from Durango, but still something dinosaur related. And what studio actually responded to those comments saying that they will see what they can do. Not that that will lead to anything, but hey, I mean, there's some dreamers out there, there's some people who have hope. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please, have a nice day.